in a session of self-inquiry. The self-inquiry takes us to self-knowledge. Knowledge applied becomes the wisdom, and when it becomes the wisdom, all the problems and the worries comes to an end. All the wisdom, that wisdom is very important. That is why our masters say what they say, Manev Manishyanam Karana. Mind is the cause of all the suffering, and when you put the wisdom, means the first you understand the knowledge, you reflect on it, you do the practice, it becomes an applied wisdom that brings an end to the suffering. That is how Eastern wisdom has been or had been talking for 10,000 years. You spend your dollars, it reduces. You don't spend, you do your FD, it is fixed, it increases a bit in US, but it increases almost double or triple in India. So if you have to invest, save money, invest it, better to invest in India. Anyhow, I wanted to say something more. That with that money, the wealth, liquid cash or in kind, we have a sense of anxiety in spending. But when it comes for the sake of pleasure seeking, let us spend. Let us spend. Let us spend. For example, you have eaten the food in maybe hundreds of restaurants. We are now baby boomers in 60 years. Is it not? The answer is yes. And still I want to taste the food for another restaurant. So the pleasure seeking continues. More you seek the pleasure, more the wealth reduces. Yes. But when it comes to the knowledge, my master used to say, you spend this, the greatest wealth and the richest, greatest and the highest wealth is the knowledge of the self. The more you spend, greater the wisdom also comes to you. Greater the wisdom. It increases. The wisdom grows, love also grows. These are the two wealths. In the Western part of the world, we don't claim that knowledge is a wealth, love is a wealth. The more you spend, richer you become. Many a times while teaching, I recognize, oh, this is what it is. It comes spontaneously to me. So I teach means I spend this wealth of the wisdom almost by free. Fraction of it. If you go to the restaurant, they say, oh, this costs $15. Oh, can you negotiate? They say, get out. And you are always ready to negotiate with me. Always ready. Everyone negotiates. I see the people and I understand their attitude. So I spend the wealth of the wisdom by free, means I'm selfish as I keep on increasing this wealth multifold. it happens. It has a sometime mind is squeezed in you because I will spend the money for pleasure seeking. I've been spending for 60 years. I will still ready to spend. If that attitude does not change, I'm not saying that don't go to the restaurant, but if that attitude does not change, nothing will change. In that respect, I ask the question to the meat. They say, just check it, and prove it wrong. That is the beauty of this Eastern wisdom. They have experimented for more than 10,000 years. That is why I told you that we have more than 3,000 texts. And they came up to that, or how to explain this wisdom. And they say, wealth of the knowledge and the love grows. As you start giving, you need not to have a fixed deposit. If it is a fixed deposit, then better you are egoistic. So last time what we discussed, self-inquiry, the false ego, and the false self-identity. We continue our identity, and that we stick to that identity. We don't change our behavior and attitude. It is not going to change. You may act outside with the strangers and the people, but inside does not change because the wisdom, you are preventing that wisdom to enter. So the entire journey is of Eastern wisdom means that I have to find out my real nature. Twofold goals of the Eastern wisdom, only twofold. And then you have subsections. First is to bring an end to the suffering. Honey, you made me crazy. So this statement comes from your past impression. And the past impression has some expectations from your honey. That expectations is not met. You see the subfolders? Bring an end to the suffering. You give me any kind of a suffering and I will explain you. It brings in a, I have a lot of expectations, but my expectations are not met from the honey. So it has created millions of impressions. And even if you don't want to be agitated, you will get agitated because of the past. Recall and remember those events where you reflected, unnecessarily I became agitated. There was no reason. You might have thought many times, but you did not know the cause of it. You created a cause because my expectations are not met. You have to say, yes, I know. We all are baby boomers. It might have happened in your life for many, many times. We don't want to change. We don't want to change. So that is why our master says, listening and learning in a live session is important. After that, contemplation and reflection. I have to reflect that knowledge, means that I have to answer why, how, why I got agitated because I became angry over you, but why? I go to the science. Psychotherapist explains you what is the process of anger, your autonomic nervous system, your creatine stress hormone. They explain you, you say, very good. Now I understand, but still you have the same attitude. Tell me if it is not true. I'm not criticizing the signs. Here we know why. Can I drop the expectations and then is there any reason why should I be hesitating? So we don't contemplate. So I asked the meter, will you remain like this? So she said, yes. So I said, you are awakened. Stop attending the session. No, I cannot. There is always a doubt in my mind. There is some problem still remains in the mind. Contemplation and reflection is very important. So what happens? Our master says that when you daily contemplate and reflect, you reflect daily. Oh, this thought has come. I have a thought of the blame and complaint. You contemplate and reflect daily plus the practice, and then the wisdom dawns in you. Oh, I'm blaming because I have some leisure seeking from the person, from the situation, from the relations. There is no situational happiness in the world outside. There is no situational sorrow outside. Otherwise, we are very scientific now. We should have created those situations and we will remain happy. That happiness in the sorrow lives inside. Ignorance, I live in suffering. Wisdom, I live in peace. I've been talking about, please understand it and follow. Once we contemplate and reflect, the mind reaches to that state of inspiration and motivation that inspires you to sit in meditation. You don't leave the practice of meditation on any single. We don't find the value in it. We don't find the value, so we negotiate. When you find the value in a restaurant, you don't question. Is it not true? Tell me. Where you don't find the value, you don't want to spend. Where we find the value, we are ready to sacrifice. We find a value in the home. Or if I pay, $10,000, I'll have the home and then I'll continue. We find the value. We negotiate. We buy the home. We buy the car. When it comes to this journey, this wisdom. So what happens by regularly contemplation and reflection? You are motivated to do the practice the first time you find the value. Value is priceless. Then what happens? What has happened into your mind? The two great keys of the wisdom are opened. What are those two keys? The discernment and dispassion. And these two keys are always with you at home, with your relations, outside at your workplace, with your stranger, every day, every moment you live into these two keys. You switch on the key, you drive away the discernment and dispassion, you live into that state of awareness, you're happy. Your happiness cannot be disturbed. If it is situational, situation changes, you'll be unhappy. How easy it is to understand, but if you don't contemplate, it will not work. I'm very busy at this, I'm looking after the achievement. You have already seen 60 years You might have achieved so many things in your life, and still you are running after achievement in the external world. It will not work. Now we have, instead of achievement, we have to work for our enlightenment. But mind does not want to understand. Whose mind? Not my mind, your mind. I'm making the things very simpler. I try to give an expression to the 60 years of my experience of pleasure seeking, and I get upset because I still seek the pleasure. I still seek the situational happiness. Tell me if it is not true. Challenge me. Before you challenge me, find out how many times you were internally upset. You did not speak about it. You were in anxiety. How many times in the last week? All moves towards the same habit, same impulsive nature. Keep smiling. Don't show me, otherwise, I will catch you. I'll catch you if you remain serious. So that shows that, yes, I did it a couple of times. You can deceive me by keeping a smile. No issue. No issue. I'm okay with it. So remember, my friend, I told you the story. I told that women who is senior to me in my office, you have only 1 year of experience, repeated 20 times. That is why we cannot smile. That is why we cannot live in peace and happiness. Why? Because we don't want to change our mind. Challenge me if I'm wrong. Think of it. Eastern wisdom says I have to work, think, speak, and act like an unbiased reporter. My mindset is unbiased reporter. I got into anxiety. I sat down. I said, why I got upset? Unbiased reporter. When you follow the unbiased reporting, your intellect is awakened and it reflects. There is no reason I should be upset. I had been upset hundreds of times on the same issue. Is it necessary? And the best thing that we get upset with our near and dear ones. What you will get by getting upset over me. Get upset. Maximum you'll leave the session. Am I right, Joe? We don't have a luxury to leave them. There we get upset. You have a luxury to leave me. You have no reason to. Even if you get upset, yeah, it's okay. I'm just helping you to explore the mindset. That mindset has been for the last so many years. I want to hurt you all. When you will become mature? Tell me. Another 60 years? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Think. Think this journey is to bring about a change. Change inside, not change outside. Otherwise, at this age, we start thinking, oh, let me divorce and get remarried. We have a wonderful American society where we are living. So when we think is that when I'm unhappy with one person, I will be unhappy with the other person also. It is located in my mind. It is not situational. So from achievement to enlightenment, or from achievement, oh, I have achieved so many things. I have achieved lot of upset and anxiety and stress. I have built up a lot of habit. Now it's a journey of the self-discovery. I have to drop it. I should recognize. Yes, I should be proud of what we have achieved in our life. Yes, everyone must have achieved something wonderful in their lives. It should be pride. But then we should move to another act. So this act is known as the third act of self-discovery. I have to I have to evolve. I have to move to the mental maturity. A child gets into anxiety and upset over candy. It makes sense to them. They are still learning. Honey, you have been blaming and complaining to me for the last 60 years. You have not given me candy. That is why I'm upset. You make it. What is candy? Just think. I'm not saying that you follow blindly. I'm simply asking you to think, contemplate, reflect on it. How many candies you are seeking? So that is the movement from achievement to enlightenment. No more candies from the world, from the relations, from the people. Yes, I have money. I will, if I'm earning, I will continue to do it. But at the same time, my goal is the journey of the self. That will bring the mental maturity. Mental maturity means the mind is pure, mind is clean like a mirror. You stand before the mirror, you see the image. Except one thing, the right appears on the left, left appears on the right, but otherwise the image is as it is. And if the mirror is dusty, dusty means the same thing. Candy, I'm seeking candy. We all are baby boomers. So don't worry, I'm not attacking you. I'm attacking on myself. Because it gives me a greater wisdom. Greater wisdom. I increase my wealth. So I have to, same thing, listening and learning, contemplation and reflection. Followed, your mind becomes, infused with that motivation. Now let me see. Mind, you cannot bring any idea of it seeking candy from the world outside. What happens? What happens in meditation when the knowledge is clear in your mind that the mind is not seeking any candy, so you don't have any distraction. You're no wandering mind. Mind is absorbed into it. Both knowledge and the practice are required. Aren't these small practices for younger generation? I'm senior, I'm mature. No, we are not mature. We are still seeking candy. Can you recall how many candies you sought last week? That is one way to seek. And other way, how many times you were in anxiety and upset and reacted? No, I did not react. I was suppressing my reaction. That is also included. Think of it. Identity beyond achievement is required. Relationship with the changing bodies. I have to address relationship to the with the changing bodies, physical changes, health concern. Huh? Well, I have to be mindful, but I'm mindless. I like this food. Let us go there. Doctor says increase the dose of the pill. Now our body is like a vintage car. We can just, address our face. When the car is declared as a vintage after 60 years? Yeah, after 60 years. I look so beautiful and you are saying me vintage? Don't tell me. At least I look vintage. You guys look like beautiful and handsome. One of my friend who started the journey of the Eastern wisdom after retirement in India. So he called me yesterday and I said, What? What happened to you? Why you have all those gray hairs? I have already seen you black hairs and black beard and always looking 40 years younger than me. He is 1 year senior to me. And I got tired, now I'm like you, I said, great. We don't want to accept it. We don't want to acknowledge. No, I'm not saying that don't decorate, but decorate something more inside also. So that will help you to bring about a change in your life. Close your eyes. Let us do another session of practice. Eyes are closed and we are into the practice. What practice of mindfulness with that sense of maturity? What is that maturity? First, please position and posture. What is that posture? There are two things. Yeah, I told you before also. First, find out the place where you are sitting. Place of the body. When I say where are you sitting, it refers as if I am the body. So here you introduce the place of the real self. Just I'm asking you to think. Real self is all pervading. There is no place where the real self is not. Means what? Your mind will move away from the body. Then what happens? It's a very subtle journey. What happens then? Then the mind will not agitate the body. What it means, you live in higher awareness. That is why we talk of the place and then the position, same thing, position of the body and the real self is always everywhere. So there is only one position for the body, only one position for the real self. And 8.4 million positions of the body. I will talk about that in the next session. I just remembered. So, Shiva, who is the originator of yoga and the meditation, discovered 8.4 million postures. That is why I said 8.4 million positions. But real self, it is only one position. You put the knowledge into the mind. Mind, where are you going? My real position is only one. So when you raise your awareness, that will settle. Raise your awareness, that will settle in higher awareness, and higher awareness will keep intact place, position, and posture. Being comfortable. Yes, being comfortable. I made it so simple. And if you remember that, anytime, anywhere you are talking to someone, I told you, when you have place, position, and a posture, and you are comfortable and carefree, you can easily deal with anxiety and the anger and the past impressions. So look, I said, look at the neck joint. Feel, know, be aware, and experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness in the neck joint. I'm not asking you to do anything, just shifting your, not asking you to do anything. And if you start doing anything, that is what I'm talking about. Those past impressions, seeking the candies, will trigger your impression. You will blame and complain. I have a lot of thoughts. How many days and how many times and how many years you will continue with those thoughts? I don't know. Not asking you to do anything. It is the shifting of awareness and attention. Look at the entire body. No, I said feel. I said be aware and experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Now we have to be little more aware. Stillness and the sensation belongs to the body, and the comfort belongs to something deeper. It is the comfort in the body. It is not the comfort of the body. So now you see that your mind, or I would say the impure mind, not why should I say your mind, the impure mind identifies with the body, then it says it is comfort of the body. You can never be comfortable. But when you discover it is comfort in the body, like the water in the body, it is independent. Comfort in the body is independent. Then only you experience sensation, comfort, and steadiness. We have done the 2 steps. And now the 3rd step. What is the 3rd step? Being carefree. What is being carefree? We have already done a bit of it, and now we are going to do it in a little deeper manner. So I told you what we have done. Comfort in the body, perceived, separate from the body. So your experience is not you are. You experience anxiety, upset, duality, conflict, pleasure, pain, wandering thoughts are all separate from you. Who is this you? You, that is what you say I am. How to understand it? So simple. Any thought comes, say to your mind, I know thought has come. So I know the thought means I am separate from the thought. You know me. It does not mean that you are me. So anytime the thought comes, don't get upset. Just say it and see what happens. And we recognize still the mind doesn't want to. So we use the other steps. No issue. So now look deep inside the forehead. Look deep inside. Inside the forehead means you experience either darkness or the space or a sense of emptiness. So you keep looking there and start breathing quick, deep in the hissing breath into the chest. Do not stop. If you stop, the mind, past habit, and the past impression is stopping you. It is the mind triggers. No, 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 I cannot do it. I don't want to do it. In both the cases, it indicates that we do not want to change. That resistance comes, it over it takes over me during the day, and the whole day passes habitually and impulsively. Continue breathing deep, long in the hissing breath. Deep, long in the hissing breath. your mind will surely tell you, don't do it. We have a variety of experiences and they are better, good. But still the mind says no. No means we don't want to change our habitual nature. Continue. Deep, silent, and deep, long in the hissing breath. Now stop breathing. Allow the breath to be normal. Normal means you watch the flow of the breath. Flow of the breath means what? Explore. Flow of the breath means the breath is going in and out. You feel the sensation of the breath. That is all. Are we doing anything? No, we are just watching. Why watching alone? To rise in awareness. But why? That will take us to a deeper state of meditation. So the first point on the stage in the step, watch the breath. Or I can say you feel the breath, you know the breath, you experience the breath. Where do you experience the breath is going in and out? You experience the sensation of the breath going in and out. You are also experiencing no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. It is just everything is happening. Everything is happening. So what happens? The mood and the mind, mood and the mood of the mind starts changing. That is what we need to observe. Even if there are many thoughts, even the thoughts are in the mind, you are relaxed and calm. What that means? That means the rise in awareness. And the more you remain aware of it, you experience the happening of the breath going in and out, happening of the breath going in and out. What is happening? You experience the sensation of the breath, the stillness in the body, comfort in the body, calmness is there, and still the thoughts are there, but still you are relaxed and calm. We are so much obsessed with the past thoughts, we don't want to get rid of it. We still have the same temperament of achievement. No, in discovery, in self-discovery, the path is different. And now when you are looking at the breath goes in, you feel the sensation. Simply say mentally, Shantahamam, the peace. So you say Shantaham and then you say the mantra and see the infinite space. Even if birds are there in the sky, I'm removing the objection of your mind. Even if the birds are there in the sky, don't you find the infinite space? Oh, yes. Then where is the problem? Your breath goes in and out, you're drawing Shantaham, and then you see the infinite space. Don't complain that I have lot of thoughts. Birds are there, let it be there, but still I can recognize the infinity of the sky. Is it not? So why the mind does not want that sense of maturity? That is the problem. Why I have already discussed in detail. No, do not think. Just keep watching, feeling the flow of the breath. Behind the flow of the breath, you experience the calmness. Calmness is the mood of the mind. That changes the mood of the mind. That changes the mood of the mind. Can you say I am calm and upset? No. That is what I want you to recognize. Mentally, you can also recite the mantra Om Shanti 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 mentally. Shanti. Shanti means the space. Your mind has lifted into the infinite. Shanti. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So you are educating the mind. The moment you hear the Shanti, the mind goes into the infinite space or becomes aware of it in spite of the birds in terms of the thought. Yes, and now bring your awareness or the mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your Buddha palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences and bring the hands down. We'll share our experiences. Now, how are you, me?
Okay, that I feel very calm, and I feel that I took another step to toward that calmness through what we all explored tonight.
Yes, yes, when this calmness stays, whatever we have achieved. How are you, Sophie?
I am very good, Girish. I felt very stable. That's the
Very
word.
stable. Yes, stable is so
Very stable and
calm and relaxed.
calm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. That is wonderful. How are you, Charlie?
Hi, can you guys hear me this week? Yay!
Good.
When you talked about being
Oh, she froze. Mm.
behind, so which I found interesting.
Can you just say it again?
also
You were frozen.
Like, wow, that looked bizarre. When you talked about being behind the breathing, I felt like my awareness moved away from my sitting body and was going up, out. And I also liked acknowledging that the thoughts are there, because the thoughts are always there. They're always nibbling away at something. Or when I think, oh, there's no thoughts, then I'm thinking, yeah, but I just thought there's no thoughts. So just going, yeah, there's always going to be thoughts. I just don't need to attach to them. I like that.
Beautifully. You see, either the thought takes over us, or the mind takes over us, or we take over the mind. So when we take over the mind, we find these thoughts. Let them come, let them go. I'm not at all concerned. When I'm not concerned, I have separated the thought from the awareness behind, and that is a very cool state. Yes, that is good. How are you, John?
Hey, Girish, I'm fine. It's very peaceful here. All I hear is the rain, no distractions. Everything's cool.
Beautiful.
Everything's cool.
We have to inquire whether the rain brought the calmness or the practice.
I took over my mind.
I took it. Yeah, that's really good. Very good. That is all for today. We'll meet again.
Thank you. Thank you. you. Thank you so much.